Hello, everyone. So much for being here. Once again, we have a treat. Another super sister, Miss Mary Kirkland. I had the pleasure of going to sit and talk with Miss Mary. And when I pulled up to her beautiful farm, I was surrounded by these beautiful, and I said, I am in heaven. And went inside her house and we had a long conversation just about everything, life. I learned more about who she is and her story. And she's had some amazing things to happen to her. She's had some tragedies. She lost her daughter and some other things, but she's resilient and she keeps on going. And I love her dearly. She was in my last FarmaSis class. Anytime I'm around her, I know that however I'm feeling, I'm going to be feeling real good when I leave her because she is also a comedian. I call her that. She don't call herself that. But she is just authentic down to her soul. And I just, again, love being around her. Her farm is breathtaking. She walked me around it. And I'm like, girl, you're doing a whole lot of work by yourself. I think now she has a team, some people on her team. So she's not trying to do it all by herself. And I just want to say, Mary, I love you and thank you for being you and always being authentic. And I really, really, really appreciate you starting this organic farm. Well, you always been farming, but she's going to get certified organic. But you don't have to get certified with me, honey. I know you organic anyway. As you all know, my goal for FarmaSis, and thank you for being on the FarmaSis monthly call, our mission is to educate, train, inspire 10,000 Black women to grow at least one food item. And Mary growing about 15. So thank you, Mary. And our vision, we want to work collectively. I want to show the power of collective work. I want to show the power of getting back to nature and how it affects our health in a positive. And I want to show all the different ways you can make money in agriculture, which is the #1 industry in the state of South Carolina. Billions, 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 billions. And all we need is just a little piece of that billion. And Mary getting her piece because she's in all the classes. I see her everywhere. And now she's in the new and beginning farmer class. And she's probably going to teach them a few things too. But Mary, thank you so much for being here. And I look forward to learning even more about you and the work that you're doing. Before we get to Mary, we're going to have just a 1 minute, 60 seconds of silence for us, just take some time to be grateful and thankful, just to meditate and just to get on the same wavelength, the same vibe, to get in alignment for us as a group. So we're going to start, and it's only going to be 1 minute where we're just going to take some time and just deep breathe. Okay? 1 minute to begin. Okay, our 1 minute is up. Y'all, I needed that minute. This is my 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th Zoom. I was at the market this morning. I was back in Lexington. Y'all, I have found a jewel. If you all don't know, I got to find the name. I was back up in some woods and tossing and turning. and I come across a 100 and something acre. They have flowers, plants. It is one of the most amazing nurseries I've ever seen in my life, and it is in Lexington. So I've been out there today too. That was an hour going back. So I needed that minute, but I'm right here with you, Mary, full attention, 100% present. So thank you again. And Miss Mary Kirkland, you begin.
Good evening, ladies. I want to thank each and every one of you for coming online tonight. When Benita, she asked me to do this, I kind of like ignored her a couple of times, and she kept calling, like just kept calling like a bad penny, just kept showing up. Are you gonna do this? Are you gonna do this? Are you gonna do it? I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna do it. I'm do it. I'm do it. So the closer and closer it got to the time, the more and more the phone calls kept coming. And I just kept like, till she cornered me. And I'm just gonna share some of the wisdom, some of the, you know, pitfalls that I've gone through. Because I'm a firm believer. I learned from other people's mistakes. And I couldn't decide what I wanted to name it. I said things we have to do with farming, things not to do with farming. And I'm just like, okay, these are the things that you just have to do. And so I stuck with that. And I said, that's gonna be a title. But um I I'm not like most people, they'll do research when they start stuff, or they'll go and they'll check it out. Not me. I just dive head first. And then I mean head first, and then I'll come up and I'll look around like, oh, the start line back there. I might need to get back there at the start line. So as she stated, I started the new beginners farmers for beginners farmers under Clemson. I started that last Friday. And it's something that I think I have been missing. The piece for me is the paperwork, the finance, the taxes. All the other stuff is, it comes natural. If I plant something and if I give it some kind of attention, it's gonna grow. Not everything I plant grows. Sometimes, it falls by the wayside, and unfortunately, it is what it is. But I enjoy seeing things grow from a seed into, whatever it's gonna become. What is it gonna flower or a plant or squash? I just love seeing that because it is so amazing. So, with that being said, I got some things. So in these first couple pictures, like in the bowl, that's where I started. I started with a small bowl, and then I started with a small basket of sweet potatoes. And then this is my second year with the squash and zucchini, and that's my second year with the sweet potatoes. So it is a process. It's a process when we do anything. So I did get that part right. It's a process. So um so up in this corner here, this is my test garden. This is where I grew those first couple of bowls of fresh vegetables. And it was myself and my husband, and he put all this stuff up because he wanted it to go straight up. I'm like, okay, if that's what you want to do, I'm fine with it. But it did, I mean, in this area, we had so many cucumbers. As you can see, it was just cucumbers for days. And I was just giving everybody, just giving the stuff away because I'm like, I can't eat all these cucumbers. I don't even want to pickle them. Is string beans and stuff like that. So I relish the fact that we have this collective women that come together because of something that I won't eat. I don't have a problem with somebody coming out there and feeding their family and stuff like that. So we moved from that to now last year, myself and my family, we planted 6 acres of leafy greens, collard greens. So this is the middle stage of the collard greens. This is the beginning stage. And we're at the end stage where we're turning everything over. We're terminating the cover crop and stuff, and this stuff's still coming up. Miss Williams planted some rutabagas, and this is what we pulled up yesterday. So we're still harvesting from these fields. So if you throw it in the ground, something will come back to you. I'm just saying, it's just that easy. Because On her side of the when she planted, she didn't have any irrigation and stuff, and I luckily I had irrigation on my side. Hopefully by the end of the summer I'll have irrigation out to all my fields. But you know, the earth is bountiful. So now let's get down to business. So in all your planning and stuff like that, there's some things that you have to do. And once you decide what you're gonna plant, grow, whatever, if you're gonna do it commercially, you're gonna have to get a farm track number. Um, Most of you are, well, I take it back. I don't know where most of y'all at, but I live in Richland County, so my farm service agency is in St. Matthews, so that's where I have to go. But I actually went to the class, and I went to the one in Lexington, which I didn't even know was over there. So then we're going to talk about types of um, gardens and location. Um, so some of you may not have land yet, because I was amazed in the class. A lot of people, they came just to learn, and they haven't even found land yet. Then there were some people who were trying to do the urban farming, so they said they were going to do their stuff in containers. Um, and then there were some people who said that, they ran a commercial farm. I mean, they had everything, and they were homesteaders, and they homeschooled. So it was just amazing to learn how many people grow their foods and how they grow their foods. So the location is important, because one lady talked about, she bought some land. Be careful when you buy land. She found out the acres. I think she bought like 10 acres, and either 5 out of 10 of the acres was underwater. It started raining and it's flooded. So she had to pivot and figure out what she was gonna do with that flooded land. So she's gonna do crawfishing. So I'm like, wow. So, and then the size, like I said, if you don't have any land, you can start now with containers. They have bags and all kinds of stuff which you can grow in, or grow out of. And then the size, if you got an area in the back of your yard, you could do like raised beds or container gardens. All right, so you also gonna need, when you get that farm track number, the FSA office will provide it. Um, FSA office falls under the USDA, and some people have multiple tracks. I have multiple land, but I have not. Only land I'm farming is the land that I actually live on. But I'm thinking about taking some of the other areas that I have, and get a farm number for them, so I can do some additional farming on those other acres that I have. So we always want to be doing something with our land. I learned that, you know, we got this land, let it work for you. So you work for it. So if you got some land, and because there's all different types of programs out there, and you can be a tree farmer. So you can just grow trees and you can get paid for that. So if you have some kind of land, and a farmer is considered a half an acre, you can have a half an acre, or you can have just your backyard. It depends on what you produce, and you're a farmer. So I consider myself a farmer last year, because the 6 acres, and I finally made some money. I'm not ashamed to say it, because that's what we all hear. Hopefully all y'all hear is to make some money. Because as Miss Bonita said, agriculture is the biggest business in South Carolina, and they get billions with the B. Just a little bit. I'm not a greedy person. I just need a little bit of that. So I'm trying to tap into a little bit of that, and hopefully, and I ain't trying to do it for a long time. Just a couple of years, and I'll be happy. So tap into it, ladies. And this is some of my information. I have farm track. So I have 22 acres here. Of that 22 acres, FSA they have decided that I can only farm 13.01 of those acres, because I have house. I have and I don't think they had the orchard added on this, but there's some trees, some bushes, and some other things. So they will tell you how many acres of your land that you can actually farm. And it has to be cleared land. It can't be a bunch of trees and shrubs and stuff like that for them to assign you that tract number. So once you get your farm number, you're gonna have to decide what you want your business to be named. And a lot of us are operating out here without a business name. You got to decide what your business name is, and you have to be legit. Don't be trying to do that stuff under the table because that's not helping you. That's not helping you at all. So you need to come over out the dark and throw it under the table and start, doing stuff the right and proper way. So to get your, name your business entity, you have to go to the state South Carolina office secretary, uh, South Carolina State Secretary. And on this website, and I have all this information in the reference. So at the end of the slideshow, there's a bunch of reference where you can look up this stuff, where you can apply to get your business name, and they're gonna tell you whether or not, you know what, hey, that name's been taken, you can't use it. Oh, yeah, this the name is good, you can't use it. And it usually takes about, it's less than, I want to say about 30 minutes, 40 minutes, and that thing will come back to you so fast, you be like, wow, there is a cost. So be advised, there's a cost to get your name. So, but be legit. Then now you got your entity, you got your name, your business name. I didn't know this. I found this out Friday, that for every area that you sell, say if you're going out to different farmers market and stuff like that, you have to have a license for each county, city, um community. I didn't know that. So they said, yes, if you live in Richland, you going over there to Lexington, you have to have a Lexington license to sell. I'm like, what? So that's some new information to me. The business license you apply through the I applied through Richland County because I'm a part of Richland County. And like I said, that didn't take that long. It's the first couple years cost is minimal. Cost was minimal for me because I wasn't making any money. But I think once you start making money, you're gonna have to pay some additional costs for this license. It's good for a year, and the Richland County is really, really good because if you do it online, they give you a discount. So I don't know. Like I said, if you're doing Richland County, it may not be that bad, and it won't cost you that much. So get your business license, get your entity, get all your stuff legit. Then this is the most important one: your EIN number. That's like your social security number. Don't leave home without it. So after you done made all the decisions about what your name's gonna be, and um you got your information, your business license, you're gonna apply for this EIN number. And they're gonna need this on everything you do after that. To anything to do with funding and money, grants and stuff like that, you're gonna have to have this number. They want to see your EIN number. And when you start having employees and stuff like that, you're gonna need your EIN number. If you got full-time employees, you're really gonna need your EIN number because that's how they track their wages and stuff like that. And like I said, at the end of the slideshow, there's websites where you can go and apply for these things. So learn something again on Friday. So there's two types of insurance that we need. Just found out last year that as a minority in an underserved area, that I can get crop insurance. So crop insurance, like I said, it protects your crop losses. If we have a drought, they may pay you something back, but you don't have it, you won't get nothing back. If say if I think the cicadas are here, they was like locusts and they ate up all your stuff. You might get paid for your loss of your crop, but if you don't have it, you don't get paid anything. So then I also found out in another class that I went to, that you need business insurance. So because the business insurance covers you and your equipment. And if anyone comes out to your property or say they ate something that you sold them or gave them, that covers you. And it also helps with your payroll in case something happens to you or there's a judgment against you. You can continue to make your payroll and stuff like that. So, because the last thing you want to do is have a judgment against you and your assets get frozen and you can't do nothing and you can't pay your workers and stuff like that. So get your insurances and stuff like that, and so you can operate legit. So so once you got, that's the, I say the top three things for getting your paperwork and stuff done. Then we're gonna move on to um when you want to start planning. And um this is a very important step. I think a lot of people skip, but if you're serious about what you're doing, you got to do this. You have to test your soil because you need to know where your soil is, and is it acidic, is it base? Because certain seeds they won't grow in that, plants won't grow in that, and if your soil needs amendments, you don't know what amendments to put in it, or what cover crop to plant that will amend the soil. So you don't want to skip your soil testing. Like I said, end of the slide. There are several locations out in Richland County, Sumter, that you can drop your soil sample out. It doesn't take that long. I think I've done it. It takes maybe like a week or less, depending on what they got going on. And the information is really good because it breaks it down. It tells you what you need to um add to your soil per acre and how to bring it back up where it'll balance out. Because they'll ask you what you want to plant, and you have to know what you want to plant in the soil to get it to where it will it will provide the nutrients for your plants and stuff like that. Because the last thing you want to do is put seeds in the ground, put plants in the ground, and then you don't have the right nutrients. So it's a good thing to get your soil test. And when you're doing the test, which I didn't know, first time I did it, I had like a bag. I had a bag for every acre, which is not necessary. If that soil is all the same type, sandy, loam, whatever, you only need probably, instead of for 5 acres, I probably only just need 2 bags, because you take um maybe 3 to 4 different samples of that area and you combine it, and then you put it in the bag and they'll test it. And usually all of it's the same. So last year I think I had to put down lime to bring my pH back up. So I end up having to put out a bunch of lime. But it's best to do that so you will not have to buy additional fertilizer or fertilizers to amend the soil to get the plants where they need to be, because they need their nutrients. And that's, we want to start them off right. And that's even in your small gardens. You want to test your small garden so you get an idea of what you're working with. Um, so, and they have a these they have pH meters which you can actually for your container gardens, that you can actually put in your containers and test that pH and tell them what it is. They have like small um soil sample kits that you can do yourself on a small scale. I did it when I was doing my small gardening. So now you done got the plants and seeds in the ground. Got to give it some water, because sometimes, the rain don't come. So we got to provide some kind of type of water for our plants. And there's various types of irrigation. So you have the surface, as you see in the back picture, that's on top. My first couple of years, I was out there with hoses. I was out there just with a hose spraying my plants down, because that's all I could do. um when you learn more, you do more. Then we started doing um and then I did sprinkler. I got a couple of sprinklers and I went out there, set them in the middle of the field, turn them on and let them whip 30, 40 minutes, move the sprinkler, 30, 40 minutes. So I done tried them all, y'all. I done tried them all. So right now I'm at the drip tape micro irrigation. I think that's probably the best one because it's more controlled. Um and hopefully when I finish getting my irrigation system set up, I can just turn my phone on and I can say I'm going to water zone 1 and turn it on for an hour and just and set the timer and let it go. That's my goal, to get my irrigation um set up throughout my property, and I'm working with NRCS. I received a grant to for them to pay for that. So um only thing is, it's just a little tedious because they don't have as many employees, and you have to wait for them to come out. So I'm waiting with this young lady, and she's actually, she came out and she looked at my farm, and I told her what I wanted done. She said, okay, okay, okay. So I sent her the information. Finally, waiting on me. I sent her the information, and so she said she's working on my actual schematic of what the farm is gonna look like, what the irrigation system is gonna look like. Because I told her, I said I want a high tech where I don't have to go out there. All I want to do is be able to go on my phone and turn it on and turn it off. You know, that cut down on overhead too, y'all. Because I had people that was going out and they're watering my fields and stuff like that. But now we're going high tech. So that's my goal for this year. And then the other one they have is sub irrigation, or the water supply below the surface. And I think we're gonna do that in the pecan orchard. So they say they will even provide water to my pecan orchard. So they have plans for that. So now we'll talk a little bit about the types of farming. You got conventional and you got organic. Um, when I moved on this property, we said we didn't do anything for maybe like 2, 3 years. I mean, we didn't even cut the grass. So I finally found somebody to come and cut the hay, and I always wanted to go organic. I spent 20 years in the military, and I worked with some of the nastiest chemicals that you can even think about. Um, and I just didn't understand why would people use these chemicals. And people want to kill their grass. They go out there and buy a container of Roundup. That Roundup is some way, somehow, it's going to end up into something that you eating, or it's on your feet. You bring it into your house. That's something you just don't want to be messing with. There's so many different organic um, compounds and chemicals that you can utilize to kill grasses. Now, the best way, I mean, there's several different ways. I've tried some of them. I've burned weeds. I've covered weeds. I've used certain combination of vinegar, baking soda, and things like that to kill weeds, or some soap with it. So there's different things that you want to do, but if you must use the conventional type of chemicals and stuff. Only thing I ask you to do is make sure you read the warning, read your safety data sheet on it, and use the proper PPE that goes along with it, because they'll tell you what you need: the gloves, masks, and stuff like that. Please use that, because a lot of the people who are coming down with cancer from the Roundup types of chemicals were not using proper PPE. And even with other chemicals, you need to read your how to handle this stuff. So now different some of the things with the organic um growing is I talked about the weed control. Then you got to deal with the pests, and that could be quite challenging. I had a picture that I wanted to show y'all. I had put some greens in a pot, and I tell you, the worms just ate them up. It's like I went out there every day. I knocked them off. I put some stuff on them, but the only thing about one of the things about organic um farming is you have to come back over and over again for in treatment. It's not like you can spray the stuff like that and it'll stay with it. I was just using diametric earth. I should have put some soap on it, but I didn't. But now I got little twigs out there, and they done ate my little stuff, and just have to start all over again. And this time be more this time be more attentive and with that. Some things you win, sometimes you lose, especially with these pests. So um I it's just one of the things I didn't have as much time as I wanted to get out there to care for my plants. But that's okay. I got some more seeds and I'm gonna start all over again. I kind of like the fall and the spring farming because there's less pests and I don't have to be out there, babying and stuff like that. So I kind of really like that. Even with my greens and stuff, I didn't have to go out there, spray, do nothing. So done, this ain't too bad. So I probably gonna be a fall and spring planter, garden farmer. So that's some of the conventional versus organic. Plus, organic, you're not putting any chemicals in your body. We're getting old. We already got a lot of chemicals that we don't know what we picked them up from. And certain things stay with your body. So try as much as you can to eat organic, grow organic. But like I said, if you must, please read the safety data sheet and follow those instructions carefully. And mine was short, y'all. I know y'all got some questions. Come on, bring it on.
I have some comments. Thank you, Mary. Thank you, Mary. Mary, she's in a program called Climate Smart with South Carolina State and Clemson. They were awarded one of the largest, if not the largest amount for this program. Do you remember? Is it 72 million? Something like that.
Yeah, they got 700 and something million. I think
Okay,
Clemson got 800 something million. They got a lot of money, y'all. And it's out there. It's a 5-year program. And if you want to participate in these programs, you only have to have a half an acre. And one of the program consists of low tillage, mulching, and leafy greens. Those 3 programs that you have to show that you have been proficient in, and they will pay you a nice little check. And the one thing that I like about it is on those 3 programs, you can do them simultaneously on 1 acre. So they have a second leafy green program that's coming out. And I don't mind telling you, for each program in the first leafy green, you got to pay $1,500 per program. So that's $4,500 per acre. The
that they pay
second
you. They
that
pay you
they pay you
to be in the
no
program.
question in the program per acre. And what they do is what they did, because they kind of changed it midstream, they ask you to do these 3 programs on your farm, and they will come out and they will verify that you have your mulch down. They'll verify that you did cover crop. They'll verify that you planted some leafy green vegetables and stuff like that. I don't know if it's going to change. I think the 29th they're starting back up. They got a class on it. I know they're starting back up. The end of the program started because the next program starts, I want to say, in June or July for this year, because the program ends from last year. I think next month in June. But and so they're gonna be running a couple of different programs with different amounts because they got some additional funds. So the second leaf green program, I'm not even gonna say how much it is, but it's more than $1,500 per acre because they just got this money that they have to I don't want to say get rid of, but allow
Let's
farmers
say
to
spend with
extend.
everybody on the call. Anybody
Yes,
who has some land. Let your
Yeah.
land make money for you. There is
Please, y'all.
on May 29th, next Wednesday,
Mm-hmm.
from 9 to 4, there's going to be a workshop on climate smart. And we'll send it out. I think that's important enough. So Tamil, if you're on the call, remind me, let's send that out just in case you want to get more information. That's the Climate Smart program. There are a few questions on here that I want to go through.
Okay.
And while I'm looking for them, there's a survey when we hang up that I'd like for everyone to please take 1 minute to complete. We're trying to get some information so we can learn what other topics you want to talk about. We want to serve you as best as we can. We want to know again who's getting on the calls and how we can improve and do better. Let me see. Happy Monday. Greetings. Someone started a container garden. I reside in York County. Do you know of any classes services program locally in this area? I don't know of anything in York County. I'm a complete novice. So where you begin, you took the first step. Shari, I think if I'm pronouncing your name correctly. Coming here was a good step. We share information. So after this call is for 1 hour. After this call, I do what I call the after party where we share more information because again, we know everybody's busy. So we try to keep this call to 1 hour. But if you stay on after that, someone in this class may know of some other programs that are in York County. And I think you're near Rock Hill. There is Victory Gardens you can connect with if you haven't already. I think sometimes they have classes and I know they need volunteers sometimes. They do hydroponic farming.
Mm-hmm.
And Clemson University and South Carolina State have classes. If you call their extension center, the extension center for Clemson and South Carolina State, they may have some classes in your area. And I did go to a gap training class one time in York. So try Clemson, try South Carolina State, come to these monthly meetings and get on the after party call so someone else may know something about this going on in the area. So Tanya say her thumb wasn't green. Her thumb wasn't green. It's green, girl. You just got to keep doing it till
You
it's
gotta
all
keep
green.
trying. You might have some bad seeds. That's all. You don't know. Keep trying. Try it again.
Yes. Pamela say, how long does it take to get a farm track number?
You
It could take up to a month. It shouldn't
Now, I'm
take
gonna
that
tell you
long.
something. If you mess around with St. Matthews, you have to stay on them women down there. I'm just gonna be quite honest. You might just have to go down there, and just you gotta stay on Miss Noel and Debbie. Yeah, Debbie Noel, and I think they got a new
Yeah.
lady in there now. But it shouldn't take that long. It shouldn't take no month to get a farm track number because you know what?
It should not. I agree.
But
But
let
I'm
me ask
telling
you
you,
this
that's the
one.
longest it can take. If it's over a month, I need to
Yeah,
make a phone call for you.
so here's the thing. One thing about this land, it ain't new. So I don't know most. And if you're picking up, ain't no land new right here.
It,
And believe it or not, that land done had a track number a long time before you got
yeah.
here.
Yes,
So
yes,
so
yes.
it should not take that long. Now they might make it take long for you, but all this land in these counties had a track number somewhere somehow. But
Absolutely.
so just
So
stay on top of them.
I want to encourage everybody, if you already have a farm track number, you do have to have one. There's going to be an urban ag committee.
Oh.
I'm going to do my best to get on that urban ag committee so I can get on the inside. You know, we need
Mm-hmm.
to be involved and be engaged so that
Mm-hmm.
we can make more changes. And one of the things
Absolutely.
I am going to ask Mary, I want to know the exact process from the time somebody calls, exactly what needs to happen. I need to see it. I know I'm saying I don't think it should take that long, but I want to see the process. So I can see maybe there's something going on that we don't know about, Mary, that makes it take a month. But we're gonna see. So I want to encourage everybody to and I'll send that information out too about the urban ag committee. So there's two things I gotta send about the climate smart and the urban ag. Want you to be involved. Yeah. Okay, let me see if I have any more questions. Container garden is good. I rent, so yes. Keep Mercedes, girl, grow on your containers. You saw Mary, did you have some one time, Mary?
I done had it all.
I have bags. Pam says
Mm-hmm.
vinegar and salt works good. I don't,
Absolutely.
well, on Weeds, vinegar and salt, okay,
Mm-hmm.
okay. Damascus earth.
Mm-hmm.
Does anyone incorporate beekeeping for pollination? Mary, you don't have any bees?
So one thing I'm gonna tell y'all something. One thing about the cover crop, because the cover crop was flowering, I had a lot of pollinators on my property this year, and still do because it's still out there. So when you use this cover crop, and if you like I said, if you just start and go down to NRCS, because there is a program for you just to do the um the exterior um part of your property, and you can get paid just for cover crop. Just all you gotta do is go around your property, trench it out, till they want to put some cover crop down there, boom, you done. And they're gonna pay you for that. And that
Mhm.
brings pollinators to your property.
Okay, thank you. Mercedes mentioned that Lisa of Joyful Souls has a nursery. Yes, she does have a nursery. Lisa Kershaw, I think her last name is Joyful Souls. It's a sister who owns a nursery off of what's that?
Garner's Ferry, off of Garner's Ferry.
Leesburg Road.
Oh,
Leesburg Road,
okay.
off of Garner's Ferry. Yes, go down
Mhm.
Garner's Ferry, make a left on Leesburg, or right off of Leesburg on she's off of Leesburg Road, which
That's right.
you
That's
can
right.
get to it off of Garner's Ferry. And so we have been her son was at our plant sale. So yeah, Joyful Souls, look it up, Joyful Souls. She has a lot of classes, a lot of great classes. Does anyone know anybody melanated that sells business insurance? Business insurance, business insurance, business insurance. Yes, State Farm, Liz Porti, that's where my business insurance is located. So Liz Porti with State Farm, she is on Sunset, 378 Sunset.
Okay,
And if
great.
anybody know of anyone else, please put those names in the chat, please. Hey, Tracy. Tracy's getting ready to have so when we do announcements, Tracy and Donna, y'all get ready so we can announce. I think I got the right, Tracy. I do. Let me verify that cover from. I actually need holistic wellness. Yeah, that's Tracy. Tracy has a big event that's coming up, and so does Donna. Donna's doing something monthly. Thoroughly enjoyed, Mary. Thoroughly enjoyed, Mary. Okay. Thanks for the group. I think I hit all the questions. I think I did. Okay, thank you so much. All right, so we're at 7:44. I want to make a few announcements. Number one, again, as soon as you hang up, you're going to receive a survey. Please, please, please fill out that survey. I know we get a lot of surveys, and I do. I get tired of them. But we really need this information. The Board of Advisors, I have put out a call for board of directors, and we have an overwhelming response. And so we've decided to create a board of community advisors because we do want to grow. We do want to be our best. And so again, you're going to be receiving some information about being on that board of advisors. Second thing. Third thing, positive projections. Miss Donna Mack, she's in here. She has put a flyer in the chat to discuss the name. I think it's What Are We Eating? Diane's call is in partnership with her. What Am I Eating? So there's Donna Mack. Donna's also a personal wellness coach. She has that information in the chat. And Tracy, if you have the flyer, you can put in the chat also. And so anybody have any more questions, let us know. But right now, Donna and Tracy, I'm going to give you 1 minute each to talk about your event that's coming up. And if anybody else on here has an event, something they want to share, more questions for Mary. Again, thank you, Mary, so much. Even though I
You're
had to call
welcome.
you 5,000 times. It's okay
You
because,
did.
girl, I was going to get what I wanted.
I know.
Listen, ladies, we have to see each other. It is so inspirational when we see each other doing this work. And I think maybe 4 or 5 pharmacists, sisters in this class came to your farm and they talk about what a beautiful time they had.
Yes, it was a beautiful time. And y'all, guess what? Kale's still out there. Kale and green still.
Mary.
I know. I know.
I'm
I mean,
coming. I'm coming. I'm coming to get some too. You know, I'm not that far away.
Okay, so Miss Tracy, 1 minute. Miss Tracy, 1 minute. Tell us about your program. Show us your face.
Greetings. Okay, well, I'm out here in my garden, so here I go. Can y'all see me? Hold on, I can't see y'all.
Yeah,
Can
I
y'all?
see you. We see you.
Let me share my. I started from containers, and look at here.
nice.
I've upgraded. I've only been gardening, not only, but I've been gardening for 3 years. This is my 3rd year. Last year I did my cucumbers.
Tracy, you got 1 minute, sis. Tell us about your program. I love your beautiful.
I'm sorry. Okay. Thank you. Okay. I get so excited about it. It never gets old. My name is Tracy J. Constana. I am a physician assistant by trade, but I have a holistic health and wellness business, Original Origins Health and Wellness. And what I realized is that we got it all wrong. I only got a minute, but what I have coming up, I have on June 13th, I do have a ribbon cutting with a business networking right after, reception after. So if you're interested, that's on June 13th, Thursday, June 13th at Dogwood Pond. It is a Black-owned event space in Irmo. And that would be on Thursday, June 13th from 4 to 6 p.m. So I hope you can join me.
Thank you.
Hmm.
Tracy, do you
Did I
have
do
something
good?
you can you put something in the chat?
I can. I can't. I
Okay,
am going.
give me your website or something. Okay, June,
Okay.
you
June
said
13th. 13th
June 13th. Uh-huh.
at Dogwood Pond. DOGW.
Dogwood.
Dogwood Pond. It is a beautiful Black-owned event space in Irmo. On Alberta. I think it's
Oh,
3800 Alberta Road, ELBERTA. But my number, if you want my number to get the information, is 803-638-0764. And that is my personal cell phone number.
Let me repeat that number. 803-638-0764.
That's my personal cell.
All right, y'all. That's our personal cell. Don't give it out to nobody.
Call me. But y'all
But
call me though. Y'all call me.
June 13th. And Tracy, do you have a radio show? I heard you on the radio.
I do have a radio show.
Okay, tell us about the radio show. What time and day?
It's called Health, Hope, and Healing with Miss Tracy. It airs every Sunday morning, 6:30 a.m. on KISS 103.1 FM.
Sunday at 6 a.m. KISS.
6:30 a.m.
Oh, 6:30. Okay, 6:30
a.m. every Sunday morning on KISS 103.1 FM.
KISS 103.1.
Correct.
All
Not
right.
the big DM, KISS 103.
Okay, I got it. June 13th at Dogwood Pond, Black-owned event space. Phone number 803-638-0764. Sunday at 6:30 a.m. KISS 103.1. Listen to her on the radio. Thank you, Tracy.
Yes. Thank you.
My pleasure. My pleasure. Miss
Good
Donna.
job. Good job, Mary. Great presentation, Mary.
Thank you.
Hey everyone, I'm sorry I cannot show my face, but Tracy, we got to get together. Hopefully.
Yes, we do.
But what's happening? This is our second installation of the session on what am I eating and why the heck am I eating it? And this is the second location for this session, and it's been really exciting to talk together as a team of sisters, and I've had some brothers and some of our non-melanated brothers in some of the classes, and We've actually had some great experiences. So I hope everyone can come out. The next class is June 3rd. It's at Booker Washington Heights or the Belfield Center, which is in Columbia, if you're in Columbia area. And it's from 5:30 to 6:30. And you get to hear a lot of the research about the foods that we're eating. So it's a non-judgmental space. It's not what you think. People think I'm going to come in there and we're going to talk about what you shouldn't be eating. That's not what we do. We just talk about what we are eating and talk about why we're eating it. So there's a lot of science behind it and we're going to get into it. So, and your confession or your part is to say, yeah, you know what? That's why that's happening. Because believe me, that's what's happening in some of these sessions. And you'll also be able to experience some of the things that we can put in from our gardens, some of these things that are really benefiting us. And we need to share it with everyone because, y'all, food is either healing or killing. And we want our food to be healing always. So come out
Thank you, Miss
and
Donna.
we can share.
Thank you, thank you. Miss Mary, can you stop sharing, please?
I did, didn't I?
I still,
Donna, do you mind sharing your information, your telephone number?
Miss Donna, please put your information in the chat.
I will. It's actually on that flyer, but I'll put it in the chat as well.
But that flyer is way back there, sis. Can you put it back in?
I
Again?
put it up there at the front. Oh,
Yeah, you put it up
Yeah.
at,
I just put two of them most recently, but here we go.
okay.
Did I stop sharing? Yeah.
Do y'all see? It's okay. It's okay, Mary.
Hold on.
All right, y'all. Is that? Michelle, how do I turn off her share?
Yeah, because I can't turn it off.
You can just
Click the
wanna share
red
something,
stop share.
take it,
I've been clicking it and it ain't doing
or
nothing
you
for
see the
me.
stop share. Yep, real close. Keep going to the right.
I did.
Stop share.
What about the stop share at the bottom?
Right up there when it says you're sharing your screen,
Yeah, right up
wherever you
there.
see it. But if not, you can act like you're sharing your screen, Benita, and then just unshare.
29.
It asked me that I want to stop, and I said yes, but it's not allowing me either.
Oh, it may be a glitch with Zoom then.
Yeah, it's not allowing, but it's okay. We just keep sharing. All right. Thank you, Miss Donna, for putting that back in. So we heard from Tracy, from Donna. Miss Donna, did you put your number? I can't read that, Donna, on this.
I put it in there.
You put your number in there? Okay.
Uh-huh.
I had to hit the flyer so to come up. So
Okay,
Donna
yeah.
Matt, 803-622-4923. Can everybody see so that's two amazing events that's coming up. Do your best to get in either one of them. All right, any more questions for Miss Mary? Well, thank you again so much, Mary, for sharing your journey. Miss Organic Farmer, doing all of this wonderful work, and I can't wait to come down there and get some of that food. And so you say you still got some kale and what?
Kale, there's collard greens still out there. It's been raining a lot, so we have not been able to get out in the fields. And then we've been having a little equipment, technical difficulties. So I have not gotten everything terminated like I wanted to. So long as it's raining, things are growing. So
Yes.
just, want to come get some more kale, you're more than welcome. Collard greens. And like I said, we pulled up some rutabagas the other day. And y'all, they are just so beautiful. I'm like, oh my gosh.
I love rutabagas. Got to cook them right though.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Got to cook them right. They're a little tough to get into, but once you get them broke down.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mm.
They're great. They're great. All right. Well, listen, y'all have a great evening. And again, Mary got some more kale, collards, as the rutabagas. Take care. And if you want to
Thank
stay on the
you.
call, if you want to stay on the after party, stay on. Because I'll stay on a little while, but y'all have a good night. Again, if you want to stay on to ask questions and have some chat time with me, I'm here for another hour or so.